This spigot branches off from the water supply running to the sink, so most of the work I need to do is under the cabinet below the sink. After removing a few hundred pieces of Tupperware with lids that don't match, I'm able to get in and see what I'm dealing with. My handy dandy father-in-law originally installed this spigot for us, and luckily he used some super sweet and removable connectors made by Spigot, so disassembling the current system won't be too complex. No cutting or sweating copper for this guy. And that's good, because this guy has no idea how to sweat copper. Basically, Spigot connectors are a silver bullet for plumbing. Easy connections with copper or PEX tubing, and the connections are removable with a little C-shaped removal tool. So I'll be able to reuse the existing Spigot hardware to attach the brand new spigot. My first step is to disconnect the spigot from the water supply. Of course, I start by shutting off the water in the line I'll be working with. To do this, I turn the handle on the shutoff valve to a position perpendicular to the water line. And that's standard. Perpendicular is off and parallel is on. I put a towel down in the cabinet just in case I need it, and open the water line to make sure there's no excess water lingering after shutting it off. You should know that I'm definitely not a plumber. I'm a science teacher by trade and a DIYer by choice. And this video is for my fellow DIYers trying to do more themselves. Having said that, feel free to leave a question or suggestion in the comments and I'll do my best to try to answer them. You can see that my current spigot comes into the cabinet space and connects to a Spigot elbow adapter. I use the Spigot removal tool to disconnect the elbow adapter from the main line. Next, I unscrew the female side of the elbow adapter from the spigot. I'll reuse this elbow adapter for the new spigot later. The existing spigot can now be removed from the outside of the house. Now, the new spigot is a little longer than the old one. I want to keep my connection approach for the new spigot the same as the old one and reuse the elbow adapter if I can. So, I man-cycle myself a pressure-treated scrap of 2x4 and cut a 20-inch section to attach to the outside of the house. This will not only allow space for the extra length on the spigot, it also gives me more wood to screw the new spigot in for added stability. And I still have plenty of length inside the house for frost freedom. I drill a hole big enough for the spigot in the center of the 2x4 and then add the new spigot through the hole, then through the existing hole in the siding. I want to make sure that the spigot is angled slightly downward for proper drainage, so I check it with a level before screwing the 2x4 into place. Then I screw the spigot into position as well. Now to connect the spigot to the water line. I wrap the threads on the other end of the spigot with Teflon tape. It's important to remember to wrap the tape clockwise. If you do it counterclockwise, the tape could easily become unwrapped when you screw on your connector. I wrap 3 or 4 turns of Teflon tape and then screw on the Spigot elbow adapter. Next, I add the final piece of tubing to complete the water line. The tubing needs to run from one Spigot push-in to another, and the push-in connection on the Spigot holds about 7/8 of an inch of tubing. So I cut a piece of PEX that will span the distance needed to completely push in on both sides, and then I push it into position on both sides. After putting everything back together, I pull the water valve handle back to a parallel position to return the water supply to check for leaks. No leaks, so I'm in business. Now I've got a new spigot that works perfectly, completed in under an hour. After seeing this video, if you feel like I've earned your subscription, you can do so by clicking the Man-Cycle logo right here. And if you'd like to see a review of the super cool hose reel that this spigot is supplying water to, you can check that video out right here.